All right, welcome everybody to the RRR247 team conference call. It's Tuesday, October 12th. We are almost midway through the month of October, and I just can't believe that. Halloween is just upon us, and it's the season for us. It's a great time to be a part of what we do. For you new people, my name is Niall Eddy. I live down here in Southwest Florida in a fishing community with waterways all around me and boats everywhere. So that means it's almost heaven for me. But I've been in this industry for 32 years. I lived a great life because of it. I spent, for the last 32 years, I've raised my kids and did everything I could with them. And now I get to spoil grandchildren. It's provided me a great life. And all you dads that didn't get to stay home, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a blessing that I am thankful for every single day that I wake up. So I've been here for a long, long time. And again, I've had a lot of success from this industry that you guys are looking into. And that happened for me because of some of the friends and business partners and acquaintances that I made 29, 30 years ago. It was about 29 years ago that I met the co-founders of this company. And it started with Roy Rickard. He was just a young kid working at a telecommunication company. They had a software brain that was amazing, supporting entrepreneurs all over the world. When the internet came out in 93 and 94, he found his niche. He became the first online guru. It started with lead generation. There's nobody better than him. Then he started building websites. There's nobody better than him. And then him and his wife just made it a mission to help millions of other families attack poverty, get out of whatever rut they were in, achieve any of the dreams they can with an incredible system. Tonight, we have so much information. I'm going to cut that story short because I want to introduce that man to you right now, the co-founder of RRR247 and PBS, Mr. Rory Rickard.
Thank you, Niall. Okay, guys, we're going to be changing some things up going forward. Do not miss Tuesdays. I know I keep saying that, but this is the time that we can reflect with everybody and move ahead. So I'm gonna drop some awesome stuff on everybody right now. Then I'm going to pass it back to Niall. We're going to get back on schedule on some things, but this right here is a very key thing. And you guys, it didn't happen a lot previously to us growing to where we are now, but this is something that's going to happen from time to time. We are, in an incredible situation. I'm going to map it out for you really quick. We have these incredible anchor offers that bring in traffic. We got wine, we got Bella Vita. They kick butt. It allows us to make money with these kiosk offers. That's, you guys, I've gone through this. This is how it works, right? So the problem is sometimes these kiosk offers don't stay in business. It's what happens, all right? There's all sorts of things that cause people to have issues, and we're doing the best we can to market for them and do what we do, but sometimes they go out of business. Well, what do you do when that happens, right? You got all that work. The thing that you guys need to do is there's a great way to do it. We're going to do it right now. I'm going to show you how we do it, but keep in mind, we have our PBSs. We don't need to lose any of the work we've done. Some of you guys need to understand. Some of you already know it. Some of you need to understand that if we didn't have the PBS system outlined the way that it is, we would all be losing on all the work we did when this happened. We'd lose out on everything we did. Well, with the way that the PBS is structured and built and created, and you guys are working with us on it, we don't lose the work we did. We just simply can redirect it. We can do things, but there is some cleanup that I like you to do, and I want to walk you through how to do that right. And all that work you did, any ad you posted out there, anything you shared, it doesn't need to go to vain, right? It just stays out there. We just focus on other things. We also have the steady activities that we do. This is why we also tell you to focus on our anchors, because that work is never going to go away. We know that wine will never leave. It's here. Tanya and I made sure of it. It's not going anywhere, right? Bella Vita, pretty sure it's not going anywhere either. It's a legacy business for Costa. I'm going to tell you, to me, having him there is just as good as me running it. We think so parallel. We got awesome anchors that aren't going anywhere. They're going to get bigger and bigger. And I will tell you this, I'll just say, because you guys are here ready to go and learn, Bella Vita next year is bringing out even more awesomeness, right? So we just keep building. We got a winning partner there. Okay, here's what we do. I'm going to share my screen. I'm logged in, obviously, right? I'm going to go right to business site. The offer that goes down the offer that's going down is our bug out one. So I'm going to go right into sports. And this is funny. I think I already took it down from here. So hold on. All right, I'm gonna do something better. Hold on a second. First person to raise their hand, I'm gonna do it on your PBS.
Which hand?
Okay, hold on.
I didn't even see who was first. Who?
It looks like it's Jolene Krager.
Okay, stop. Everybody stop. You can stop.
Stop. It's Jolene Krager. So Jolene, hold on. I'll be right there. Now, I already did it on Home with Tanya and the 1f16.com because I want to make sure that all the new students don't have to worry about this right now. They don't need to spend time on it. It's fine. And this is but this is so important on here. All right. Of course, it's going to be super slow for me today.
Well, there's 330 participants and still coming in pretty fast.
Yep. Well, this is going to be, you guys, we have so much, so we're going to try to be punctual. Tanya's on me all the time when we, go and get this going right away. We have a lot to pack into an hour. So we're going to be mixing things up on the course of things. Today's a really good, well, I'll get there later. Hold on. All right. So I got it. Okay. So Jolene, I hope this is the right one, 66q.com, right? I can't see it. So is that a yes? Okay, I'm going to visit site. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is right. Yep, this is Jolene's. All right, so I'm going to come down here, and it's probably under sports. Let's see. Let's see if you have it in here, Jolene. Okay, I don't see it in here. Hold on. All right, so Jolene, you got me on here. Now I got to see if it's on here. So let me do you have the bug out offer on here, Jolene? Where's Jolene at?
I got her. I'm honestly not sure. I feel like it may be in draft.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go to a different site because I want to show it to deactivate it for when it's on there.
Okay.
That being said, I like your site. Like, I like seeing the Google ads on there. You got those optimized. It looks like you're doing the right things. That's kind of cool to see. I got to be honest. Okay.
Thanks.
All right. So, Jay Fish. All right, Jay. I hope you have the bug out offer on there. So I'm gonna check that first. Is that one of your students, Niall? Oh, it's Francis Bibbs.
I asked Jay to unmute Rory so you can talk to her better.
All right, I'm in the wrong car first, so I can't see your user. I gotta get username stuff.
It's
Hold on.
4v30.
Yeah, I got that part. So just hold on 1 second. I want to be kind of protective on this, right? Okay, give me that again. 4J30.
4v like Victor.
Okay, got
30.
it. 4B. This might be the right card. Let's see. Yep, this is the right one. If you don't copy the entire password, it doesn't work. It's not a mind reader apparently. Okay. I'm laughing at myself. All right, let's see. Oh, perfect. Okay, we're good. All right. All right, so here I am. I'm in Jay's website. I'm in her dashboard. I'm gonna go right to Jay's Incredible Jewels. I love how you guys name these. I'm gonna visit the site. I'm looking right here. Looks like Jay, you aren't on Google AdSense, so I might. Let's see how much time we have. I think I can go pretty quick. I might give you some suggestions, which will help other people too on where you got to get things done. Looks like you've been modifying the pages really well. I'm gonna come down to sports. And it's survival gear. Okay, so it's right here. So we got to undo this a couple ways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the survival gear page. And this is one of those things, like we have these great offers that come out there. We don't have 2 survival gear offers. And that's okay. We don't have to, right? So I'm not going to edit the page too much. I'm not going to change the links. They're going to be dead links, right? But if it's a dead link, you know what I want to do with that dead link? Is I want to send it somewhere else. Okay? I want to send it somewhere else. And I'm just going to take it off because this offer is going to go down today. Like this link is going to be a dead link and we don't want to have dead links. But so I'm going to come here to survival gear. This link that's in there right now is your link that you got from the Cash Network Direct that goes to that offer, which is no longer going to be here. I'm going to edit it and we're going to go to an internal one and we're going to go to your biohacking page. So I'm going to type bio and biohacking for weight loss. Perfect. We'll just go to that one. And I'm going to edit every page and every link and go to do the same thing. Now I got to make sure that I take it off, open new tab, which you should have had selected on that, but you don't. That's okay. Ideally, whenever we send them away from our system, we want to make sure that that box is checked. When we keep them on our system, we want to make sure that box is not checked. So I'm going to check this one too. Uncheck that one. Perfect. Then I'm going to come down here, survival kit, same thing. Uncheck that and change the link. If people want to click on it, like the offer is not there, but it's something brought them here from the, let's take advantage of that and they can click around on other things we have. We spent a lot of time to build this page. There's no need to lose the work we did. And we're going to put this on here. Now, in the future, maybe we get a different offer that fits this. Great, you can add it to it. But worst case scenario, don't delete it. Don't put it in draft. Leave it out there. But we're going to take it off of the main categories and take it out of the main sequence because it's not relevant anymore for that. But we don't want to undo the work we did. So we're just going to change these links and go right to the biohacking page. You can send them to Wine. I'm going to send them to one of the anchors.
The last one you just did was for water purification. The water machine.
I saw that. Hold on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start over without saving.
Hit the back arrow once.
I didn't save it. Thanks for catching that. All right, Jay, here goes. Oh, I don't want to do a new page. I want to edit the one. Sports. So you guys will see me do it again. Survival gear. And actually, I'm going to open this in a new link. I'm going to edit this page right here. And it's your sports page. And I'm going to come down here. I'm going to literally delete it right here. Now, you need to have more information down below. It's good just for this, like you got some written stuff here. You need to have some below here too, and you don't have that. And so I'm just going to change it because it'll drive me nuts. So.
Thank you.
Of course. Okay, now I'm making a change here. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to hit update. I'm going to come back here. And I got to go to all things sports, edit it there as well. And obviously we have some glitches still. Just add that in there and I'll hit update. So that's modified on both of them. That's done. I'm going to go do one more thing here. And I'm going to go into appearance, menus. I'm going to come down to the sports. And survival gear, I'm going to literally remove it from the drop down. We don't want to focus on it and do all that stuff. This is vertical jump training. You might do the same thing, like that one that we've pretty much done away with, but that's fine. All these ones here, if they're no longer here or they're not relevant, you can just remove them the same way I'm doing it now. So this is done. I'm going to save the menu. And now for all intents and purposes, it's out of the main categories, right? Now I'm going to go to survival gear and I'm going to edit this page, which is very funny. So with the new version of WordPress, sometimes you can't edit it this way. So I'm going to come back here to visit the site. I'm going to go to sports. Oh, and I can't do it that way either. Hold on. I'll come
You
here.
already took it out.
Yeah, I did. So it's okay though. I'm going to go to WP admin. This is really good for you guys to see because it's just going to show you different ways to access things in case this happens. So I'm going to go to pages and it's survival. So I'll just type survival and search. And then I'm going to go here and edit. Then we're going to survival gear and I'm going to hit edit and then bio. Take that off. Bio. Try that again.
Oh,
Leave that one alone.
water.
I'm leaving that one alone. Yeah, see, I caught myself that time. Bio. And I'm going to hit update just to save it. Perfect. Now if I mess up, I don't have to do it all over again. That one should have been selected, but it wasn't. It's okay. Now we're going to go internal. Rule of thumb, when we send them away from our site, open a new tab. When we send them internally, which this is, don't open a new tab.
Okay.
Great. I know I say it like a broken record for that reason. Oh, look at that. I lost it. That was crazy. There we go. A lot of people think you got to delete the pages and do it. No, you did all this work. Just take it out of the categories and update these links so that all that work you did, all that time you spent doesn't go to vain. Now it's going to go here. Yeah, sure. We're not going to spend time marketing the survival gear now, but anything we've done up to this point is still going to come here and send them somewhere on our system. We don't lose everything. And that is the glorious reason why we build our PBS the way we do. And you guys, we want to be able to take on a lot of things that are great in producing, but we don't control what they do with their business model, or if they're going to change commissions, or maybe they don't pay us. Then we just take it off and we don't lose the work, and we look for another home for it. We might find another solution for this down the road and we just add them, and then we already got SEO already done. It's a high quality issue to have, and we just want to make sure we take advantage of it the best way possible. This site looks really good too. So, but it just happens. It's part of the nature of it. You guys, for the longest time, I used to market just a set thing, and I'd have a set domain for that product, and I would lose the work. And that's how I figured out how to do this, is by losing the work I did. I mean, you spend all this time to do it, and then you lose it. When you understand the power of the content and how it lasts for a long, long time, why would you want to ever lose that work? You don't have to, the way we structure things, right? So this is a good thing. And this is how you handle it. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to redirect the links. I'm not going to leave them alone. I'm going to redirect them. I want it at least to go somewhere. And I might as well send it to Velveeta or send it to Wine. I can mix it up, but I like to send it to one set place right here. And then, and we'll start looking for it. This went down pretty much suddenly. We didn't get a whole lot of notice. That's usually the case. And, and they're letting us know that they're not going to be able to pay commissions or anything going forward. They did it right. So we're going to take it down. Don't need to ask me twice. We're taking it down. And when we take it down, we want to make sure we just do it in a way that no one's losing their traffic. And that's why we do it like this. Now, there is this video on here. Oh my gosh, this is already done. There's this video on here, right? That's fine. Leave it alone. Ain't not you know, is this fine? Leave it on there. I don't know where you got this. This is great. Leave it on there. You don't need to change any of this. All we need to do is just change survival gear to go to the biohacking. At least it goes somewhere. We're getting something out of it, right? This is Wine. Perfect. Now I'm going to hit edit. You guys need to know this. We recently went to secure SSL. So when you're going through your pages, just double check them and see how this one goes to Fine Wine. So we just got to add an S to it. We're all secure now. So we want it to be an S. I'll hit update. Here's another one. Oh yeah, the giveaways are gone. So we want to go to bio. And get rid of that. I'm going to hit remove block. I'm going to hit update. And we are complete with that. So what we did, we got it off the menus. We took it off the actual, category pages. We modified the links to go somewhere else. And now this page, the survival gear page, do not make it draft. Do not delete it. Just let it be out there. Let whatever work you did, let all the SEO that you did, let it just still bring traffic in. Do not shut off the work you did. All right. That was the most important part. I'm going to hit stop share now.
Thank you.
And what was that?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Jay. And now, one more. Look at that. You got to get Rory to actually do some work on your site today.
That's great. Anytime I can do that, I'm in for it.
All right. Now, I'll put it back to you, and let's bring on those special guests.
Fantastic. That's I just, how simple that was just amazes me every time. Just to plug something in, unplug it, plug another one back in, remove, replace, all the great terms you use. It's just the system has proven itself so many times to me. It's incredible. So wonderful, great news out of the way real quick. everybody's taking care of that. And again, welcome to the call for you brand new people. And tonight, we got another good treat for you. So I told you I've known Rory and Tanya for almost 30 years. I've seen the group of people that they initially brought on board to help build their dream, build their vision. And that group of people just, fell in love with the entire concept and decided that they wanted to be a part of this great thing and pay it forward to even more people. And some of those people just put forth an unbelievable, amazing effort in the beginning. And they just shoot up the ranks. They understand the system. They're helping a lot of people on top of living their other lives. And some of those people just amazes me how they can get everything done in a day that they get done. Because as you become an MSI, you're pretty busy. You got a team. You're teaching a lot of people. You're building your business just like everybody else. And you're helping a lot of other people build their business. But how do you do all that and run an entire farm? I just don't know. It blows me away every time I think about it, every time I hear about it. She's always got that great big smile on her face like she has right now. Every time I see her, and it must be the farm life that's making you so happy, or is it triple R, is it the combination? Melissa, you're an incredible human being. You're an asset to this family. And I can't wait to finally meet you one day real soon. So let's welcome to the call one of our master system instructors, Miss Melissa Gable.
Hello. Hello. I would say it's the combination. I love farming. I'm a born and raised farm girl, but I love RRR247. Any of you who have been here even just a little bit of time know that Rory and Tanya are probably two of the most amazing people on the planet. And I don't think any one of my students gets by without hearing my spiel on how much I love Rory and Tanya and how amazing they are. They don't get away with it. So I'm so happy to be here. And yes, I do love farming too. I was raised on a dairy farm though, so thank goodness we don't do that. I don't love dairy farming. That's even more of a hassle. More you're married to it. So, but I am a master system instructor. My name is Melissa Gable. I am from South Dakota, where it is getting colder. And I'm not so sure I'm excited about that, but anyway, I am married to my best friend. He's a farmer. He's an amazing, incredible, hardworking man. And I have 3 kids from 24 down to 12. So there's huge space in between them. But, we moved to our farm about 20 years ago. I was a massage therapist, an x-ray tech, a chiropractic assistant back when my husband's dad called him and asked if we wanted to take over the farm. And for us, it was a no-brainer because we were both raised on the farm. Some days we question that because it's a tough, it's a very married to it life. Like we're very married to it, but we love it. Anyway, so for the first 10 years of being here, we lived 25 miles out in the middle of nowhere. So after for the first 10 years of being here, I looked and looked and looked for something to do where I could stay home and help him on the farm, raise our kids, but still bring in some extra income on the side. And it was a long trek. So about 5 years ago, this was my last ditch effort. I literally said a prayer to God and was like, okay, if there's something out there, you need to show it to me now because I'm out of patience. So lo and behold, I came across this. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give this one last chance. I worked for a while by myself, just kind of picking through stuff. I was really excited and really determined to do this. And so I just kind of picked through it for a while by myself. And then one day, my phone rang and there was this voice on the other line. And he's like, do you know who this is? And I'm like, I don't know, but you sure sound like that guy in the videos I've been watching. And then I got the Rory chuckle and he introduced himself to me and the rest is history. Rory's my instructor and I'm so, so blessed. And then, I got to meet his beautiful wife, Tanya, who is an incredibly amazing person. These are the 2 best people on the planet, for real. I love them both so much. So that's kind of my story. So, you know, for those of you who are new, who are just coming here, I mean, be patient, give yourself the grace to learn this system. You're not going to regret it. So many times I heard Rory's voice in my head after he said this to me once, that Melissa, be patient, give yourself the grace to learn. You never know how close you are to turning the next corner. That will stay with me forever. So I'm so blessed to be here. And so that's my story, but I have an awesome guest to bring on tonight. She's actually a student of one of my students. And she's just a gem. I mean, this girl, she lights up the room with her laugh, her eyes, her smile. I've gotten to know her a little bit in our chat group and stuff. Haven't met her in person, but gosh, she sure is just a pleasure to be around. She's always just a beaming light of energy. So Miss Jenny Post, are you here?
Hello, I am here.
There she is.
I mean, my face was already red. Come on.
Oh, I just love you.
Love it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I actually wrote something down because I knew I would probably just get nervous and freak out. So I'm just gonna tell my little story here. I never knew what I wanted to be when I grew up. Now that I am grown up, I still don't know. See, this is why I wrote it down. Except for one thing. I've always liked people and customer service. When I was a senior in high school, I had got to leave for the last or seventh period of the day. That class was called Work Experience, and I got to go to my job at Burger King. It was a new location, so it wasn't greasy yet. And so I worked there for a few years, during which I added another part-time job. I worked at the mall. And just like Rory says about environment, I worked because I knew no other way. That's just what you do. I would stay at each job for many years. I worked for a small insurance office and then at an auto body shop. And after 9/11, I was laid off for a few months. My aunt had been calling me for a few years and asking me to work for her, but I always said no because they didn't offer health insurance. But I couldn't find suitable employment after I was laid off, and so I finally had to call her when she wasn't looking for me. So it was a tile warehouse, and she did hire me. And my aunt's husband worked there, and my mother and my aunt and my mother's brother. I loved it and I hated it. I was in my element writing paper invoices, seeing people face to face, the contractors, and helping them with their purchases. The forklifts are driving around. It was really cool. And my boss, though, was a self-admitted but not diagnosed schizophrenic. And now that I have a nephew with autism, I can recognize the signs in him also that he was also autistic. So sometimes it was tough calling him my boss. He never had been an employee, so his perspective was sometimes lost. When they got too old and kept making bad business decisions, we got evicted on the same day my county shelter-in-place order started in California. And after working there just over 18 years, I never went back to work. 2 months later, I moved 3 hours south of the Bay Area to Central California near Fresno. I have lived in apartments my whole life, my whole adult life anyway, and they had mostly been built without air conditioning, and I am heavenly living in air conditioning now. It's a single family home I get to live in. And my why is having to do whatever my boss said made me a little crazy, because he was kind of crazy and he made me lie to people on occasion, and that's just against my moral character, which is my why is never having a boss again. Because I've always been single, I've had no one else to rely on for my livelihood but myself. And I'm going to online school right now for my degree, which may or may not be needed. But I never had a career or a job with retirement benefits. I just worked whatever job I was able to get a hold of. But I wasn't really looking for that anyway. I wasn't career minded. So work life overall has been pleasant, but I have been submissive and taken abuse and harassment in the workplace because I needed the job. So in July of 2018, on my birthday, I found one of Rory's ads and signed up for a PBS. And I knew the job wouldn't last forever because my aunt and uncle had turned 80, so I needed a backup plan. This is it. And RRR247 is the place and the plan to achieve your dreams. I have, I'm gonna skip that part. Okay, so I've had a few instructors, life gets in the way, and then there's another good instructor, so it's all good. But my why is to be a self-employed entrepreneur and never have a boss again. I want time and financial freedom of my own making. And I want to believe in myself and be happy, never living under oppression again. RRR247 has taught me a better way. And Rory and Tanya have too. They are amazing. And I will focus on that way, taking from now, follow one course until successful focus, until I have to make bigger goals for myself and helping others to have the dream. That's my story.
Oh my God. Jenny, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I mean, go ahead, Rory.
I'm just that is just it's awesome, Jenny, and you know we've got to meet you and hug you, and we know you're part of the family, and it's so cool. But just stay the course, do the work. You know you're in a great team, right? You've got an awesome support staff, and I should just you got partners. We're partners in this, and so just hold the course on that. This is a good segue to the next part that I'm going to go into, and I wanted to just really make sure we know what we're going to be doing. Yeah, babe.
I just want to say something, Jenny. I love you. You have walked the walk that I had too when I started in this. You're right. We didn't know another way, right? We didn't have the opportunity that we have here. And so what you're doing is what all the women here are doing. And that's, you're just giving me more of my why. So anyway, love you. God bless you. May you succeed and grow. Don't give up on yourself because you will. Okay. Thank you. Go ahead, Vern.
You guys, I don't know if you guys know how powerful these are for Tanya and I. Thanks, Jenny. So I don't know if you guys know how powerful these are because we have rough days, you know, and you work with some students that aren't quite grasping it, or they're quitting, and we always sometimes say like, why are we doing this? Well, then Jenny comes on there, and Tanya and I are both going to say that's why we do it, and that's why we'll do it tomorrow, and we'll keep going. It's because we're there to help those who are going to take the help and run with it, and it is changing our environment. So. You know, we get to change the path of the future for everybody that lets us. That's what we get to do. And, you know, our love goes out to every one of our instructors that are doing their best to help share this vision and help others to go that direction. And sometimes it's hard to get through, you know, it's hard to change people's habits and understanding. And, you know, some people have a habit of quitting because that's what they saw their whole life, right? And we just love and be patient, let them come back. But you guys, we get to change things. So I want to go over a path that everybody should be on, and I've noticed some things to make things better, and so we're going to be seeing some things. So I'm going to announce first and foremost that our training classes are no longer needed. So the classes that we do on the Tuesdays and Saturdays that Sheila hosts and that Linda hosts are no longer happening. They're closing down as of right now. Last one was done. Everybody has everything they need to do everything, and I'm going to spell it out. We also have the trainings that we do on Saturdays, and we have the trainings that happen on Thursdays to help keep people going. The Tuesday class, this gives you the new stuff going forward. We get a touch base. It's a rhythm of what's happening, and we get going forward. You know, I just showed you guys how to take down an offer without taking down the work you did. All right, we did that today, right? Saturday, we're going to be rolling out some new things, and I'll tell you, those that come to the Saturday trainings, you're gonna get stuff that we couldn't do on Tuesday. That just helps keep the rhythm. We are probably launching a new offer on Saturday, and it's awesome. And you won't hear about it till Saturday. Okay, so here's the path. Everybody gets in, they get into PBS and learn how to modify pages, right? And we do the anchor offer pages first because those are the most important ones to advertise. Then we work on the kiosk offers. And you guys, the kiosk offers, from time to time, we can market to them. But if you have to choose limited time, focus on the anchors. Focus on the anchors. That's what brings more people in anyway, okay? The kiosk offers are more indirect curiosity sells, all right? That's typically how they go. Now, in some places, you find a great place to advertise, you know, one of our awesome offers. That's great. It's okay to do that. But as a rule of thumb, focus on the anchors primarily, right? So that's why we have you do the anchor pages. Now, as you're building your pages and getting them all done, you don't need to not advertise. You need to start posting ads as soon as you can too. And it's a balance. Half the time building pages, half the time posting ads. And posting ads is something that you guys can go to the YouTube channel and watch 24 hours of me doing it in a marathon. It's also something that we do all the time and occasionally on Saturdays. but it's something that's a regular thing to do. And you just get a rhythm to do it. You get your favorite places to post it, and it primes the pump. Just so you know, your SEO and your content feeding into the organic search engines isn't going to happen faster if you don't add. If you don't run ads, if you don't place ads, it's not going to happen faster. Those prime the pump. They help. And sometimes you'll start getting some actual traffic that kicks it up even faster. These are just proven methods that I've developed and seen happen, so I know they work. I post ads. Anybody who wants to watch me work on a regular basis, I have my ad posting time. You know, I actually had a really awesome internet on my flight home, and I was posting ads. I actually had, for a rare time, it was working fast. So I was posting ads, and I was just like, I can't believe I gotta do this from the air. Pretty cool. So I do that too, and you just gotta balance it out, okay? From there, we're posting social media ads. We're also posting things. You guys, we work as a big family. We do things by consensus, meaning all of us working in the same direction. The way we write is a pattern that we develop. We call it the art of performance blogging. If all of us are writing that same directive, even though it's unique, we get more power overall than one of us would with Google. So Google has to start recognizing it because we're showing thousands of us going that direction. They can't say it's not valid because we're all real, all real domains. Everything's done the right way. It's very powerful. Now, in the world of marketing and getting exposure and ascension, we're all using the same marketing memes, as we call them, or ads that are created. The only thing different is our symbol is different. Our logo is different, right? But they can see yours, but they could have seen mine somewhere else. They could have seen Stacy somewhere else. They could have seen Shar somewhere else. And because they're all identical, we look bigger than ever. We look like we're more places. That's social awareness. And for just so you guys know, our cell psyche has been trained that if you see it multiple places, it must be more real because it's in more places. That's how it works. Well, individually, we don't have the resources to put it everywhere. But together as a family, absolutely can. And that's why we put that in place. Now, I know some people are really good at graphics and they create their own, and that's fine. But the power of us all doing it together cannot be duplicated other than all of us doing it together. There's a method to that. We put it in place and it's going forward, right? And right now there's hundreds of us that are advertising the same exact images all the time, other than our logo will change, and it gives us all better proof when people see it. And it's something that it's just, you got to understand it. And in marketing, I call it Coca-Cola marketing. Coca-Cola puts their stuff everywhere because they can. They're a big, huge thing, and they have franchisees on distribution, but they put their ads everywhere. And if you own a franchise, like say you have a distribution franchise with Coca-Cola or Squire, whoever owns it, you are obligated to market X amount of dollars all the time to keep that up. This is the same thing we're doing. Okay, these are proven methods of marketing. I didn't create them. I just added them to what I already know works with our system here. I understand it and understand the why. We put that together years ago, and it's been trial, and now it's smooth out. I mean, it's really awesome. And I've asked Gavin to come on here later today. He's going to tell everybody where we're at with stuff. We've got a huge agenda to roll out during the times it's best to roll out these ads. So we're going to be focused on the holiday spends. We're going to be focusing on weight loss. We're in weight loss high season right now. We're in holiday spending season, hot and heavy right now. So everybody here should be focusing on their wine, on the holiday pages, on weight loss, okay? Weight loss doesn't end until ever, but it has high times and it has low times. And it's gonna be high all the way through about February, March, April on diet products, okay? I'm gonna tell you, we have diet products, right? We got this awesome biohacking combination. We've got those things to focus on, right? Now, I'm gonna let you guys know, I just got notified. We are so blessed with things and reasons to help people get going. And we've got that IBO program. All right. I'm going to just briefly explain it because I've been getting it down to a pretty good science. The IBO program is an absolute godsend. There is absolute reasons that people should do it. And there's qualifications because they're working with a bank. I'm going to walk through why it exists. And then I'm going to tell you guys, I got a call yesterday that there is currently right now 125 available slots for our students to take. That means 125 people have access to $750 a month for a guaranteed 6 months to help them build their business, build through stuff, have better holidays, And I know there's a lot that are on the fence on it. I know because that's just what happens, right? I gotta check one thing. Oh, okay, it's tomorrow. Perfect. Yeah, there's 125 and they think they're gonna even have more next week. So if you're on the fence on it, let me explain how this works. If you're new to this, let me explain how it works. It's a simple solution. See, you know, as a marketer, you know what we are? We're problem solvers. Now, Tanya and I get to be problem solvers because we get to share this and we get to help solve the problem of people having to work a job the rest of their life. We get to solve the problem of people having to spend time under someone else's thumb and away from their families. That's not okay. I can tell you right now, Tanya and I are so thankful for all the time we had with our kids because they grow up so fast and we get to be with our grandkids pretty much on demand. That's awesome. We get to do that because we built a structure to allow it. And we get to take that same structure and teach everybody else how to do it so they can have the same access to the time and financial freedom that's available here. Marketing solves problems. Marketing creates income. Income solves problems. The understanding we get to teach people, the marketing, how to be a better person, paying it forward, helps the world become a better place. So the IBO is a problem-solving solution that we all get a benefit from. It just got structured that way. This is something that was created as a solution literally over 15 years ago. 15 years ago, and we only had room to help about 24 people. That was it. And we can only do it in Utah because the laws we got set up is very expensive to put it together. But we did this 14 years ago. And it helped my brother, it helped one of my sisters, it helped several that we consider family here that we adopted because they're just close to us, and Tanya knows what I'm talking about. We were able to give it as a wedding gift in addition to the whatever China she sent them or whatever, but we could hook them up with an income stream in this process, okay? As of 3+ years ago now, I think we're over 3 years, actually it'll be 3 years in November, we've been able to give this to our family here at RRR247, and it wasn't for just 24, it started out with 60. Now we've literally put like 600 people through it, and it doesn't last forever, it's only guaranteed 6 months. I'm gonna cover some more details, but this is how it exists and why it exists, okay? And 3 years ago, this became a massive solution. And because we spent the time on it 14 years ago, we mastered it then, okay? And it has to do with how do I find a way to solve a problem? That's what I do. I go to problem solving mode instantly. It's my habit. It's the pattern of how I live. You can ask Tanya, she brings up a problem. I go to solve it instantly when she really wants me to hear it sometimes, right? But my habits are to solve problems. So if you bring a problem to me, I'm already thinking how to solve it because that's how I'm wired. I don't think it'll ever change. I know it's a constant frustration. She has to literally tell me, Rory, I don't want you to solve it. I just want you to listen. And then I'm okay. I can turn it off. It's hard. I'm still trying to solve it, but at least I don't like interject or interrupt and tell her how to fix it, right? I hope everybody can relate to that. It took a long time to get that part of communication for us. Okay. I hear a problem. I just want to solve it, right? And so this solution has been a big benefit. You guys were there in the event, and there last month we paid like $250,000 for our students, and it should be up this month and up the next month and up the next month. 100 people means we're paying out 75 grand is being paid out. So we have 125 slots. So basically another 100 grand we can pay out a month. That just opened up. Okay, here's the problem. Actually, here's the whole scheme of it, and I'll tell you where the problem is. All right. So, you know, we have lead generation companies. That's how we generate things. We do them in a massive volume. And one of the avenues of marketing that we're part of, it's part of our congregate companies, is to sell high demand products in a form where we pay marketing to be in front of them. So pay-per-click marketing, maybe Facebook ad marketing, stuff like that. All right. Now, there's a reason we don't teach you guys how to do this. I'll tell you why. It's a great way to lose a lot of money. And the clients that we're talking about, so I'm going to tell you, I'm not looking for anybody to ever do this aspect of it. The clients we're dealing with know the risk of it. They're usually bigger corporations. And for the reasons of what I'm going to explain, for them to even get started in this business, they need to have $5 to $10 million. They have to have that much liquidity to build this business we're going to talk about. So when you get hooked up with an advertiser, they're not just a guy running out of his basement. It's usually a corporation that's done this type of stuff before, and we're in need for them, and I'll explain why. Okay, so we're talking about high demand products, and they're very competitive. Very competitive. That's why they know they're good. So the best example I have is skin cream. I should bring one of these jars up. We sell a lot of skin cream. Wrinkle reducers. That's why we know youth is so amazing. These are things we're already selling in a different format. Now they get their own formulation, their own ingredients, their own brand. Okay, branding is expensive too. And you guys, I like to bring this up because it has to bring in some marketing ideas. The reason why certain products cost so much is because of perception. Perception is reality, they say. And as a consumer, we do judge books by their cover. So the skin cream itself is what people are buying and what it does, yet they won't buy it in a clear 50-cent case that is going to keep it airtight. It's got to be in a weighted glass, looks like $1 million, branded bottle, because if it's not a glorious bottle, it must not be a glorious product. That's the belief. So they can't sell it in the plastic thing. People will send it back. They'll do chargebacks. They'll think they got ripped off, even though the ingredient inside, the actual cream inside is what the product is, right? So we got to do that. Well, these glass things are very expensive to get made. They got to be customized, labeled and everything. And they got to do about 1 million units to get the cost down where they need them to be. Okay, usually made overseas, 1 million units. That's a pretty big expense, right? And then they put the product inside. This, they're filled and they're ready to go. Now I got a product inside that's going on my skin. It's now got like a 2-year shelf life, right? So these are all little issues. They're not the problems we solve though. We help solve it, but not directly. So we know we can sell 1,000 of these units a day, or else we wouldn't have been in this project in the first place. We can sell 2,000. What we can't do is sell 10 or 20 a day. We have to sell high volume. The reason being is the marketing has to be bought in big doses, or we lose money. I'm being better at this. It's been a stressful marketing world. So, anyway, okay. So I'll try to be good, babe. She gave me that look that, a husband knows is like, oh, okay. So we're selling 1,000 a day, and we have to sell 1,000 a day, which, we're going to get through the inventory. That's not a problem, but we can't sell 10 or 20. It's too expensive. We have to do high volume, and it's low margin. And these are products that people buy month 1. They're on a continuity. They 60% buy month 2, 60% of that buys month 3. So you're bringing new business in always, and they are not making any money until month 2 or 3. It's very sensitive. All right. So the way this all goes is we have a way to sell thousands a day. We can bring it all in, but this is where the problem is. Just to keep math easy, let's say that the skin cream is $100 a unit. Shipping and handling, $100 a unit. Let's say it's that, right? We're selling 1,000 of those a day. That's $100,000 in sales that is done over the internet on merchant accounts. The bank, right? Visa, MasterCard. 100,000 times 30 days is $3 million. That's month 1. 60% are going to order the next month. So month 2 is going to be another 3 million, and then 2 million from the previous stuff. 5 million, 7 million month 3, 9 million month 4, and so on. It's a growing need of merchanting. The biggest problem is the banks, even though it's 2021, and for 14 years, we can show track history of doing this in a very awesome professional way. Visa, MasterCard regulations will not allow the risk of 3 million, 5 million, let alone 20 million or something for the first year of a business. They won't do it. They don't want the risk. They don't have a way to do it. They don't understand it. They don't want it. And so we took all their paperwork, all the rules, all the regulations they had, sat down with attorneys and a CPA and put together a formulation 14 years ago using corporate contract law. And we created a system that solved this problem so that the same banks that would say no now can say yes and help us do the business. And it basically is, as we call it, IBO, or independent business office. So instead of having one entity that can get that merchant processing to even make this thing work, we get 30 that can each do 300,000, maybe 600,000. So everybody gets set up with like 2 corporations. The banks allow that, and they allow us to set them up with the whatever they give us, 300, 400,000 in processing on each account. That means each person or entity can do 600 to 800,000 a month. You put 10 of them together, that's more volume, right? 10, 20, 30, however many you need to do it. And it's all set up in a contractual way. Our students do get to participate in this. You don't have any risk. You get indemnified. As long as you don't, break the law and steal the money that's not yours. It just works that way. They cover all costs of setting up there. It takes a month or two to get going, sometimes 3 months, because they're doing it the legal way. You got to get bank accounts set up. They fund it all. You don't ever have to spend a dime. And for doing so, it's got to make sense. And I got to tell you, when Tanya and I first did this for 14 years ago, the average pay per month was about $200. And if they didn't make any money, they didn't get paid. And we didn't like that because we don't control the profits. We don't control the spend. We're in there as a partnership, but we don't have control of the actual business on whether it wins or loses. So we worked it out to where it was an administration fee. And then we packed it as big as we could and got to the $750 a month mark. It's very awesome. And we wanted it to be $750 because we knew we had a couple $100 in overhead with doing our business out the gate, which is super amazing. And then we also knew that if the family can bring in an extra $500 a month, it makes it a lot serious to go to work. You're bringing the money in. And I'm actually working on a page for this because you guys know it costs money to actually work a job. I should show you this in the next little bit. I'll bring it on after because I got to get Tanya on here. So anyway, Ibo Program. I think what we got to do is, let's see. You guys can get going with it. Chloe's on here. Chloe, I'm gonna have you unmute.
Hi.
Chloe is in charge of our Ibo correspondence. She works with Jim, our attorney. We have our own attorney that oversees all this. Tanya and I don't ever want to create a problem. And you guys, we take some pretty big risks in bringing some marketing stuff out there, but we do it right. We back it up professionally so that if there's an issue, we get it solved quick. Jim and Chloe have been an awesome team with this. And, you know, and there are boys that we work with. You guys got to meet, you know, if you guys were in Orlando, you got to meet Jerry and his wife even, and Louie, right? They're real people. You know, I've been working with Jim and Jerry about the same time, 93, okay? And we know who they are. We know how their ethics are. They're people we like to work with. They do things right. They always make it work. They're the right type of people to work with, and they're in our circle, if that will be, right? And they really like how we are at RRR247, and they're really into paying it forward and growing. And you guys were there. Jerry was bleeding to help you guys out and tell you guys more stuff. That's who we are, right? We want to help, right? And so we got this thing set up there, and Chloe's got an email. I'm gonna go ahead and share it, Chloe.
Okay.
And you can just email her directly. Your instructor knows how to add you to the system and get you connected with Jim on Skype, and even Chloe, just so we can get you guys in the process right. We want to make sure no one's lost in the shuffle, get things up and going. But this is always to be a bridge. It doesn't last forever. We have some people I know that have been getting it the entire time, 3+ years now, or almost 3 years. That's awesome. Okay, and if the systems work right, that's right. But there's some things that can take them down. That's why there's a minimum of 6 months. And is it Chloe RRR247?
Yeah. At Gmail. And then anybody who's looking to join, they just have to make sure they have their first and last name, phone number, and email address they want to be contacted with. So I'll put that in the chat.
I'll put that here. Your full name?
Yeah, full name, phone number, and email.
Okay, that's right there for everybody to have it. So Chloe, RRR247@gmail.com. That's CHLOERRR247@gmail.com. Now, there's some qualifications for it. There's an age thing. They won't list it on paper. They won't put it anywhere in print, but we know the banks just operate this way. And it has to do with the risk assessment. For whatever reason, they don't like anybody under the age of 24. They don't approve them. They also don't take anybody over the age of 69. So it's 70 and above, it doesn't work, it's just the way it is. We try to work on different ways to fix it. It's just the banks just don't do it. And it's their discretion to approve. It's not an equal opportunity thing. They're given risk assessment based on their licensing. There's a lot of risk, right? So they can do this. It's the way it is. So the other qualifications are no felonies, no bankruptcies. That means that you haven't had a bankruptcy in like the last 5 years. If you've had a bankruptcy in the past that's been discharged, that means no bankruptcy. It's discharged. It means it went away. It's good. The felony thing, absolute no go. Then you need a 620 or better credit score. And this is what I'm letting you guys know. If your credit score is not quite 620, let Chloe know. We have an in-house way to correct that credit. We brought it in-house so we can help fix people and bump them up. Some people have seen 20, 30, 40 points. She knows how to do that. We have an in-house process for that. So let Chloe know, okay? Then the other qualification, I think I'm missing one thing, Chloe. Age 620. Oh, you gotta be a tax filing citizen, right? And if you have other income coming in, the better. That's great. So they'll go over the qualifications. And if you haven't filed your taxes in the last 2 years, that's gonna be a problem with the bank. The bank doesn't want to do business in today's world, especially with someone that's not filing their taxes. Not gonna happen. They want to make sure you have the acumen to be in a business. So that's about it. It gets set up. Takes a month, sometimes 2. It's done legally, properly, right? This is fully legit. You get to be part of a solution to allow a business to actually process and run, and you're a partner in it, contractually set up, and you get paid $750 a month to do so. Add it up, it's a guaranteed like $4,500, and it's going to help you offset your costs. Now, on the cost of your business, if you're in wine and you're in wine and you're getting the wine every month, it's $133 a month-ish. You got Villa Vita, your minimum is 1 box. I don't know anybody that just gets 1 box. I mean, Tanya and I are going through about 8 a month. I might be going through 10, discounting the brains. I don't know. I really should add it up. But what you need a minimum order is 1 box a month, right? So that's like $70. You add it up as, and your hosting is like $9 a month, right? If VIP is $20 a month. So roughly your overhead's like $220 a month. Business overhead to have a business that can make literally upwards of $1 million plus a year. We've done that. We have people making $1 million plus doing this. We have people making 6 figures. All right. So we see it growing even bigger as we progress this. So whether you make $0 because you didn't work it, or you don't have the money coming in yet because your system's not built, or you're making upwards of $1 million that we have now going on, your overhead's $220 a month. You get 3 wine customers, that knocks down your wine $100. And then if you're making profits, obviously that's profitable, right? It's an amazing setup that we have. There's no business on the planet like this. There isn't. I'm telling you, there isn't. We made sure of it. The biggest expenses would be marketing. You guys know that in order to be successful in almost any other regard, you do have to invest money in marketing. And we figured out how to do that for you. That was our mission, because our clients used to have to spend $10,000 to $20,000 a month with us to be successful in the ways we taught before. And I didn't want to have that burden, because that meant that the people that didn't have funds like that couldn't succeed. That's not what this is about. We wanted to find a way out there. So Tanya and I got creative. Things worked out. God is amazing. And we were able to put together a path where we could pay for the marketing. I could bring Niall on here. He used to spend like $125 a lead to do his own marketing. And when I told him we got rid of that cost, I don't think he believed me. Like, someone has to pay it. I said, no, it works because the system works. I figured out how to bring the money in. Yeah, it doesn't come in right away. We don't get the return on that investment for 3 years. 3 years. Used to be 2.5. Due to the COVID and everything going on, it's 3 years. Coca-Cola, guys, spends marketing money 10 years in the future. They don't get their return for 10 years. We don't have Coca-Cola marketing like that. We're getting there. You guys keep building, we'll have it. But this is, we figured out a self-liquidating way to market. That's a home run for any company. You guys just got to tap in and work all that. So the progression goes, get in, get your PBS up and going, start modifying the pages, start posting ads, start posting those memes, start getting that process going, participate in the consensus marketing that we're doing, right? And with that, I'll go ahead and bring Gavin on in a second. And then we got the Ibo program to help you guys out. And then you got to get in the B marketing. That's our paid marketing. And that's where you're going to start getting, positive responses from people that want what we have, so we can grow the teams up. Your instructor's there to help you with that. And then when you realize how we have this process, it's all down to systems. The right people are going to step in and be an instructor. And we give you the means to create full-time career money now and take advantage of all these legs of marketing. You guys, we have so many ways that we get paid, and we're sharing that with you guys. You know what happens when you have multiple payments come in? You're getting ahead of the bills. You can start investing. You can start having better, life. You don't need a vacation once in a while. You can vacation whenever you want. You can work at vacation. You can make a vacation life your main life. That's real. All this is great, and we got more coming all the time. Okay, Tanya, is Gavin on? I see Gavin right here.
He's on. We're going over here.
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, I'm going to let Tanya and Gavin take it from here, and then I'll come say some closing things, if that's all right.
We're going to make this very quick because I'm a timester, and we've gone over our time limit, and we value your time as well as we hope you value your own time. So now, in case you guys are new here and you do not know, we have a graphics department, and they make graphic memes with your own logo. So he actually designs your own logo for you. And we have different logos for different products that we have. And so it does take him a little bit of time to get those going, but then you get this nice big package when you sign up, and then you get ongoing monthlies. And we like it if you guys can use the same one. Rory kind of went into this a little bit already, talked about Coca-Cola marketing, using the same logo. We're all using that. We're all using the same thing. People will see it once, twice, 3 times, and I think it's up to 10 times now, and they'll buy. So it's really important that we want you guys to do that. We want you to utilize our graphics department here. Gavin, I didn't get that email, so I don't know if you sent it to me yet.
I did. I sent it to your personal email. Yeah, Rory's seen it before. I sent it to him earlier in the week. Actually, not like Saturday, Friday or Saturday.
Rory, can he share that? Is it okay if he shares that graphic that he just created? You're muted. I can hear you talking in the other room. Yes, Rory, I'm talking to you. Let me see. I'm thinking.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. I'm pulling it up.
Okay, Gavin, go ahead. I want you to share he's doing something completely new, you guys. And this won't be all the time because this takes a lot of time for him. But
I have a lot of emails from Gavin. I got some stuff for the new thing for Saturday. Let's see.
I'll see which one.
Gavin, go ahead and share that, would you? Can you do your screen share?
Yeah. I mean, the approval shouldn't be the issue. He saw it before and liked it. So
okay, share that.
Oh, I've already approved this.
Yeah. I just want to give them a little sneak peek of one of them so far.
Okay. I want everybody to, well, no.
Just because let him show.
I'm going to mute because I'm going to get.
Okay, Gavin, go ahead.
All right. I just got to open that and drag it over real quick. There we go. Should be up there, right?
Yep, we can see it. You guys, he has now created a little videos for our graphics department.
Yeah, they're GIFs or GIFs, however you want to pronounce them. So it's going to work the same way as an image when you post it anywhere. But when it comes to like Instagram and Facebook, it should loop like this.
Okay, so it's going to catch the eye and draw more traffic your way. So this is
100%.
And he's trying, and each month he's working and developing. You guys, he has several years of experience behind him in different graphics and things like that, and he's continuing to try to make it better and better. So this is just a little hint of what's coming for November. He's going to start delivering them. I'm hoping tomorrow, but it may not. Go ahead and unshare, Gavin. You can stop screen share.
All right.
So he has been working through we have a Trello board. He's been working through some issues. There's been some things that have stopped him from getting everything done. I don't think everyone understands. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer than we all expect, right? So what do you think? What's the update with the people that are waiting for correction?
Let's see. Let me do some math.
You're doing math. Can I say fabulous?
You guys, we're always constantly moving ahead to get bigger and better, but you guys, so people are going to see that it's going to be unique. That's the whole idea. Is we want to have uniqueness. That's us, the triple R, right? That is marketing the same direction. There is a method to this. Okay. I just checked. I'm behind on some of my tasks. I told everybody I was changing the memes. We're going up in price because there's a lot more labor now. Kenny and I have been brinking it. We've proven this model out. We're going to go from $8.99 a month to $11.99 a month because we're delivering more stuff. It takes a lot more time to build these things, duplicate them out. I dare you guys to find anybody to create this stuff on a regular basis for $11.99. It's not going to happen. This being said, I don't want you guys spending your time creating ads all the time too. I want you creating ads, as in headlines, where to go, and send them there. And the graphics, we want to go the same direction. There's a method to it. You guys, no one has this. I do these calls, right? And I'm talking to other marketing professionals. And I talk about what happened in 2007. You guys don't know what happened in 2007, so let me explain. I used to market in a very big way, big products, and you could only focus one keyword per domain. This is why I own so many domains. This is why we have 28,000 domains, guys, okay? Added up $10 a year each. That's a pretty big expense for an account. Can you imagine coming into here and I tell you, hey, I'm going to teach you how to do what I do, but you need about 200 domains to get started. You're looking at, oh, that's 20 grand a year. Okay, great. And really you need 20,000 domains to do it really good. Oh, so 200,000 a year. Can you guys imagine that? Is there anybody here that's excited about that idea? And the reason why I did it is Jenny likes the idea. So great, Jenny, I'll show you how that worked. So big expenses that you don't, I mean, it's, you guys, our domain bill is the biggest bill of the company next to the marketing. It's big. But so I had to do it that way. Well, there's a magic number of 8,000. And I would do backlinks. So I would hire people in the Philippines that would create backlinks, which were basically a fake link from another location to my page so that I could prove that I had ties to it. And Google used to work that way. If you had those many backlinks, that would get you on the front page. And 8,000 was the number. If I did anything less than that, didn't matter. I'd be on page 5, 10, 15, 500. But 8,000 was where I needed to be at a minimum to start being on those front pages. And I did all that work. Well, they changed their entire system. It got super smart, lots of AI and things that went in there, and the backlinks stopped working like that. People were out of business. And I said, you know, it'd be really cool if I could find a way to get 8,000 real webmasters to link to my system or my sites. That'd be powerful. I wonder if that exists, and it doesn't, right? But that would be really cool. That thought turned into what we are today. We have over 8,000 of us that can do this. And I always taught these marketing guys, I said, do you know any network like that? And they're like, oh, no, there's nothing like that. I said, no, I have one. It's what we do. We have this big community, and their jaw drops and they realize what we have. And you guys, the power of consensus is real. And I saw that, and as I made those changes, we were able to put a keyword per folder, not per domain, per folder. So instead of having 200, 2,000, 20,000 domains to do what we do, we could do it all on one domain. Powerful changes. So, you know, I look back and I wish I could have taught this earlier but I really couldn't. The internet wasn't set up to work the way that the PBS works today. And if it didn't work this way today, it'd be too cost prohibitive for people to take advantage of it. I just want you guys to know some history there. I'm nice trying to share that. So going on.
Back on track. Is that Gavin's he's working through. So we've had, if you guys don't know, if you have any kind of technical issues where you can't open it or anything, we have a board on Trello that your instructor can put the notes and cards. Please make sure that all the information's on there, but he's working through those right now. He's got a lot of them off. I think he has just a few left to go. He's working on those like mad because I told him these have to be done before we can start delivering. So within the next couple of days, I'm assuming, Gavin, is that right? When will these be done?
Yeah, the next couple of days.
Okay,
for sure.
Those will be done, and then he'll start delivering those what you just saw.
I did want to say one thing too.
Oh.
So as Dad was talking about how like the marketing and the posting of the images, I actually have the metadata in these with the specific keywords and everything already for the offer itself. So if it's / biohacking or / youth, they already are going to be searching. They're going to rank higher on search results because of that.
See, this is why he's in charge of this. So he's already helping you right along the way there. By the way, that's my son, in case he says dad, but he means Rory. So anyway, he is getting everything ready. Everything will be done before the end of next week, because he is getting married to the lovely Chloe that was just on here next Saturday. So everything will be done and delivered. How he does deliver them though is he does do it by title. So MSIs get theirs first, PSIs, GSIs, CSIs, and then everybody else after that. So
correct.
Just keep in mind, we do that on purpose because, you know, our MSIs and PSIs and GSIs do a little extra for us. So we want to make sure that they are loved and get that there. So you'll start to see theirs. Just know you're on the list and he's working through them. But once we start delivering all these, that means that graphics board should be fairly cleared off. He's trying to make sure everything is up to date. One thing too, if you guys do have any issues with how you can access those, This is very important to make sure you guys know if you have an issue and you cannot access them, please have your instructor help walk you through this, okay? And if at that point you cannot, then you're going to come to Gavin or myself and we will make sure you get the help that you need, okay? So
You guys, every one of you will get a Dropbox link that you can access directly or tie it to your Dropbox. We did it very simple in that way. And that way we can see what's on there. We share it with you. And then he puts the new ones in there all the time. There's some complication that might come up. You might have a full Dropbox and you have other things in there and you might have to pay a fee to get it bigger or something like that. But this is a very uniform way to do it that keeps it easy and we can see what's there. Also, some of you have been in this for a long time and every now and then I retire the older stuff. The newer stuff is better. We're always progressing, right? So if you've got this for years and you have stuff you've never posted for a while, you can move it from your Dropbox folder. I think they have permission, right, Gavin, to move it?
Everyone has the permission to download for the Dropbox.
But they can delete it they can delete it from there too, right?
No, because that has to get them edit permissions. And then that's
Okay,
happened
that's
before.
fine.
People
Okay, then
deleted
they can't.
everything. So
Okay, I guess we just got to grow with it, and that's fine. Okay, so
I can go through eventually if you want.
on purpose so that everyone doesn't just delete other stuff, because that was an issue.
Yeah, we had that problem. I remember now. Okay, so never mind, Gavin. We don't want to do that. But you guys, it's going to be in that Dropbox link. And the thing that's really good about that Dropbox link is you guys are able to download them and put them where you want them. But if you have Dropbox on your phone, you can access your memes anywhere. Anywhere. You can do those posts anywhere. We're going to be redefining things. You guys need to understand a couple of things here that I don't really publicize, and I probably should more. But we actually know how to do a lot of hashtag things, behind the scenes things to make our stuff work better. So we just build it in, right? We want you guys focusing on the PBS, right? Building pages, posting ads, doing the V-marketing, working with new students, paying it forward, and all these other intricacies that we don't need to learn how to do. Let us do it. Let us do it professionally in Coca-Cola marketing style. There is a method to what we're doing, guys, and we're winning. We're winning. We're getting a lot more traction on this SEO for all these different things. And, we own a lot of them in coffee. We own a lot of them in these things we've marketed for years. We're going to keep adding different things in that direction. And you guys, we're making huge progress. That being said, I want you guys to know that we got a lot of things to get out of the way. Make sure we get our PBSs done, get everything out there, enjoy the holidays that we have to market in, be pushing the stuff out there, really be pushing on the weight loss. And again, the holiday stuff, do all that. Come January, there's a whole bunch of things being rolled out. The VIP program is going to be in full steam. I'll be unveiling it here shortly. We're going to have more stuff on there. I'm watching Niles looking to mute me. New stuff's coming out all the time, but I'm going to tell you, when we act like we're urgently moving ahead, there's a reason. We know what's coming, and we're trying to control the release so that we don't have all this chaos, right? Stacy and I are working with Brock. We've actually told him to hold off so we can catch up. Adding products right now is not what we need to do. We got plenty in the hopper. We'll add more. We got to get our marketing out there. We got to help get all these PBSs built. We got new directions. We're working smart, okay?
All right, do you need
Don't miss Tuesdays, don't miss Saturdays. God bless everyone. See you on the Wine and Dine tomorrow. Was that, babe?
Yep, we're good.
All right. Love you all.